All right. What's happening, my people, my peoples? It's getting scary, scary season. Hope everybody made some money last week. Um, let's just get right into it because I'm gonna make this one very, very quick. I wasn't even gonna do it this week, but Hassan sent a message in the Discord, and I said, you know what? Let me just do it. Let me just do it. So this one will be kind of quick, but so I'm gonna go over the bonds obviously first. So I am expecting some downside on the bonds to start the week. Now you see we closed kind of heavy. Um, so I don't know if we start to take these lows and then move higher. Let me turn this on. Take these lows and then move higher, or if we're going to leave more failure swings and then just move back up into this range. Um, and with that, it's kind of a wait and see. So. Um, I will have I'll have some alerts here at these lows at the March 23rd low. So is that previous month low? Yeah, previous month low, and we'll see. We'll see what we get from there. But downside to start the week, um, or maybe for the entire week. Who knows? So we'll see. Um, I do want to talk about 6J first before we get to Dixie, the yen. So looks like Japan, the BOJ is interfering with the forex market. They're tired of seeing the decline and the slide. Shocker that the chart is what they're already is saying this. So we'll see. I thought we might get to this low first, but we've left almost perfect equal lows. We'll probably come target that back in about 10 years. Not 10 years, I'm just kidding, but we'll see. But we had a crazy bullish week for the yen. If the yen is going to see upside, we could see months and months of upside, like the rest of the year. This actually could be the low of the year. Um, and it could be the low of a while. So we have a ton of upside. So if you get into your shorts on any yen pair and you can kind of hold this thing, I expect us to dig back into this weekly candle a little bit. So we do have the a daily gap, and if this gap holds, then yeah, you can. It's I was about to say sayonara, but I don't, not even on purpose. Um, But yeah, we could see some upside because you have a crazy, crazy amount of liquidity just chilling in this area. Let me drop it a little lower. So, I mean, once we break this thing, who knows where we can go. So, but I will be watching this for sure to see if this, especially if this daily gap holds. Um, so now let's get on to Dixie. Dixie, Dixie, Dixie. You know what it is on Dixie, guys. So ain't nothing changed here. Um, but I will say this. We've had, what is this now? 5 straight weeks of downside. Doesn't feel like it, but we had a we had a little doji week, but pretty much 5 weeks of downside, right? Um, and I don't know if we're going to rise from here, but on the daily, if you look at the daily, right? We were in this little channel. I thought we might be able to push up here and close in this imbalance here a little bit, but um, just off the daily chart, right? We took our 2025 low and then we shifted structure, and then we had another break here. Um, so right now, I'm still viewing this as a retracement because on the daily we are bullish. We are bullish. Um, Internally though, we've broken structure here, shifted structure here. Um, then that's lower time frame. So I do expect us to come down here. I don't know if this area holds or not, but this is a wait and see also. But I am short term bearish here. So if we eat up this whole daily candle, come in and fill this imbalance, and then turn over, then I would expect maybe the downside to get taken. If we just come down here to start the week, here, let me turn on my, where's my writing tool? Brush, yeah. So if we come down here, I mean, if we come in here and then we turn over, we could see some downside. Now, this is the area if we're going to hold, and go back to the upside, or if we're going to, come down here and then we're just going to keep making lows, take the lows, you know, and then continue to the downside. So we'll see what happens from there. Let me put this as one of my favorites here. So we'll see what happens from here. But to start the week, um, short-term bullish into the gap, into the daily gap, and to start, we'll see. We'll see Monday. I expect maybe a bullish to start bullish Monday. But you see this channel that we were in, and then we broke to the downside. I would, man, I would almost rather see us come in and fill in this imbalance, right? This volume imbalance right at 98, 892. Fill in this some more, and then sell off. Um, but I'm kind of inclined to see it the other way, to where we respect this gap here, and then we sell off here, and then who knows if we get get some action and some movement, around this area, around the 96 400 area. But we'll see. We shall see. So for euro, same thing. Um, we've been pushing for a couple weeks. Couple weeks kind of fell off a little bit. Last couple weeks kind of just been chopping around, nothing exciting. So on our daily chart, um, we had a stop run over here, and then we shifted. Right now, technically, we are bearish on the euro. We are bearish. Um, if we're looking at this range here, right? We came back into our OTE premium area right above the 618, and higher time frame we're bearish. So you got to deem this as a pullback, and then we're going to sell off. Now for me, I would like to see us come back, retest this area, or even retest this area, and then sell off here, right? This is this is kind of the important area for me. The 115,800, the 115, this whole area, I want to see how we react here, because if we slice through, if we come down here, let's say we come up here, right? We start the week here, oh well, and then we come up here, and then we sell off, right? Right? And let's say we come back up here, right? And then we sell off here. Once we break this low, we're now bearish on the lower time frame as well. So higher time frame, lower time frame bearish, everything lines up. So I would just expect us, to continue to sell off. And we do have quite a few targets, right? A bunch of low resistance here, a bunch of low resistance here, a bunch of gaps to fill in here. Um, so it could be a sell-off for quite a while, which coincides with what I think is going to happen on Dixie. So I am kind of inclined to be bearish here. Um, and it's the same thing for the pound, except pound has been a little bit stronger. But again, we had our stop run here on the yearly high, and internally we've had this shift here. So we've had a shift here. Now we've had on the lower time frame we're bullish right now, but I don't expect this to hold. So I would like to see us come back down here and move around. And then you know, you have several failure swings. My favorite here. You have a set here. Um, so, and then you have an imbalance right here that we could target higher time frame, longer time frames. So, Bitcoin. Nothing happening with Bitcoin. I just, this is the same chart I had last week. We're still in this channel. I want to see a stop run. I want to see a move. I don't think you get it until maybe, um, maybe hear something, whatever's going to go on with the war, and maybe they start putting their money in risk off assets, um, which is what's happening with actually the dollar, right? Which is kind of weird to me because people are pouring their money into the dollar uh, based off what's happening to the yen. It's almost like they're not even concerned about the war. It's almost like the war is a farce. Hmm, interesting. I don't know. Yeah, it's just an idea. What do I know? But yeah, same thing with Bitcoin. I need to see a move here. You can trade the stair step back up, man, but I just want to take the elevator down. So, um, and Ethereum still in this range here. Same thing as Bitcoin. I just want to see us make a decisive move, you know, to one way or another. And right now, it down is the only thing I'm interested in. So, same thing here. Gold's been interesting as well. So I want to on the let's see what we did on the weekly. Yeah, just sold off for 2 weeks. Left a nice little tail here. I man, gold's tough, man. I want to see. Um, I would have preferred to see us grab some of these imbalances here, but I don't know if we do, right? And um, just as of right now, like this is A double S, right? This is not what you want to see if you are bullish on something. I don't want to see a V shape, you know what I mean? And so I've just been scalping gold lately. But one thing I will say is this right here is disgusting as far as trying to um trade off of, right? Like if I just I do not like to trade with this above or below me, you know. So if we do, if we respect the trend line, or let me put this here actually. Let's put it here. Let's catch these bodies of everything. All right. So let's nothing convincing internally. We ran out these highs and then we shifted, right? Shifted structure internally. So if we're going to bounce, I mean if we're going to sell off, continue to sell off, right? So this is what you have. Let's go there, right? Um, Maybe we get a run up here and into the premium. Um, you have several areas where we can really bounce from. Um, let's see, just add these on the chart. So yeah, we could come up here, but I do expect us to test these areas, these levels, because again, on the lower time frame, we're back up into this range. So on gold is just day by day for me right now. I'm not sold either way, so I just need more information. Um, on our indices, right? Our indices have just been just rolling. So, um, Now this last week we had, especially on ES, we do have a little sell-off. So now we have a daily gap, right? And I would like us to see if we're going to continue to be bullish. I'd like us to see us dig into this daily gap. Um, Never mind this short. I was going to take shorts at the all-time high, and I got, I got a little nervous, so I didn't take. I was, oh man, just ignore that. But um, that would have been a nice short on Friday. Anyway, I do expect us to come down back into this range to fill some of these gaps, some of these imbalances. Um, but I'm not going to fade this trend, this move right now. So I am still bullish overall on indices. I just don't know for how long. Um, so if we come into the gap and we respect the gap and we you know, we start moving to the upside, then I'll continue to play the upside. But I'll be very cautious on my shorts back into the range. Might not go too heavy, but I will be taking shorts back into the range. So same thing on NQ. NQ has just been wild though, man. It's just defying all law. Look at this, man. I know a lot of people made a lot of money here, but I was not one of them because I kept trying to call the top. Um, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, same thing on this. I do expect us maybe get a little push up, get some movement, and if we are going to flip, I think this will be a good area um, between 27,982 and 28,2. I think we do get a little flip. So maybe we start here. Maybe you get something like this to start the week. You get something here, here, up here, and then um, and that rollover will be is going to be really nice because you could get a 1,000 point candle, in one session, um, coupled with news or whatever else. So YM is the same. YM is probably the best looking chart out of all of them. So, but again, I do expect us to move in here. But you had your accumulation, your manipulation, your distribution, and let's see if we can just get continuation from there. So, oil is another nice looking chart. Um, Now, internally, we've already shifted structure. But we're inside this little range. We are inside this channel as well. So from here, I don't know if we're going to get a move back up. I would like to see us back up to like 111 and then sell off, and then we get like a mean sell off like you would see over here. Um, but if you just, I mean, honestly, if you, it's the same thing every time, right? Um, it's just you just rally base drop or base rally drop, right? Just the same thing every time. So this one you're getting a longer rally, so you'll get a longer drop. Or if we do flip, if we should flip and we take these highs, we could see continuation. But right now, I'm just gonna play this as is, and I will have an alert here if we come up to this area. Um, and just to see if we take the highs or if we're going to leave the failure swings and come back for the lows. Because if we fail here, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this target to get hit. So, um, and that's pretty much it for the week. I have if we're looking at the weekly, I have euro still weaker than the pound until we hit this target. I have Aussie still stronger than New Zealand, and I still have CAD CHF. I have CAD stronger than uh, the Swiss franc, and I would like to see at least that high hit at 579 and possibly there. Those are my two targets. I'll be looking for longs, but I would like to see it. Uh, I would like to see us come back into the range here. Come back into the range. Maybe we can move off a previous week low, and then we start seeing some upside, right, like that. So, short and sweet this week. There's a lot of opportunities everywhere. I'm not going to do the relative strength this week or the top plays, but I do think that you can find opportunities in almost everything, especially Aussie pairs and anything against the yen and in your majors. So good luck, and I'll catch everybody on the charts this week. Love y'all.